to my channel. Hi my people. I know it's been a little time. I haven't come on here, but I wanted to come on today so you guys can come cook with me. I am making a Haitian dish. It's called my moulin en pois. That's a Haitian dish. It's I'm going to make this cornmeal with dried beans, pinto beans, and I incorporate coconut milk. As you know, we love our fresh seasoning, which I made. And that's a whole pepper. I love pepper and thyme. I made this from scratch. That's fresh seasoning. I put thyme, garlic, hot Jamaican pepper. It's called Jamaican pepper, but for us, we call it Scotch bonnet. My gosh, if you're lucky, some of them, when you cut them open, it has this smell. Oh my God, it smells so good. Yeah, and you can put rosemary in there. And what you call it? I put the long onion. What you call it? The long one. I don't know the name of it, but I always put the long one. And you like Larry seasoned salt. I love this little seasoning here, Badia. I love it. A black pepper, you know, and then you blend it. And you put onion as well. I put yellow onion. And you blend it. Oh my God! And you have seasoning for months. Oh well, weeks. This is great for when you don't have time to make seasoning, because us islanders, we always make our fresh seasoning. And here, since I'm here, I have to cook. I'm lazy. I really don't like to cook, but here I be missing my Haitian food, and I'm far from the Haitian restaurant, so I tend, so I have no choice but to cook. But anyway, I'll show you later how it turned out. So you put the beans boil. That's big pinto beans. So you let it boil for like until it get tender. Until it get tender. But you let it boil for like half an hour until it's tender. And when it's finished, I'll show you how I incorporate the seasoning. And also I forgot to add, you have to put a little garlic, like fresh garlic. I cut it up, or you can smash it, and a little bit of olive oil, and you let it boil. The garlic is to help with, you know, because a lot of people, when they eat beans, they have gas. So the garlic is to help with the gas, you know. So once it boils, I'll show you how I incorporate the ingredients and to show you what my moulin looks like. It's delicious. Some people don't do all of that. Some people, they just cook the cornmeal by itself, and they'll make something called pea soup. You can make black bean soup, or soup with pinto beans, or white bean soup. All of this is dry beans. Islanders love dry beans. We love to boil our beans. Some people, if they're lucky, they'll grow their beans, like pigeon beans. When I was in the Bahamas, we used to actually pick the beans off the tree. We used to eat naturally, but here it's hard to do. So while I wait for my beans to boil, I thought I would come out here and show you my view. This is the view of Manhattan. Manhattan over here. New York. And this is the Hudson River. I know you guys are tired of me showing y'all my view. Yeah, it's my view. It is beautiful at night. Oh my goodness. At night, I think since 4th of July is around the corner, at night when they light up the buildings, I think they started putting red and blue on some of these buildings. At night, it's so beautiful. I think over here is the Bronx, I think. Anyway, let me go back to cooking. Okay, guys. The beans are boiling, and this is how you check it to see if it's cooked, and I think it's tender enough. And you turn the stove off. Well, I had it cooking on low anyway, but turn it off. So I'm gonna get ready to cook my mamule. This is like half a cup of cornmeal, because it's basically just for me. If you making it for your family, I think you should do more. But we islanders, we basically eyeball. We don't really do measurement. So this is basically me eyeballing this measurement. But yeah, I washed it. Now taking out the water. I like to rinse my my food, especially rice and corn and beans, dry beans. It's very important that you wash them, because when they come, you don't know if they have insects or if they've been sprayed. So I like to wash everything. But anyway, yeah. I'm about to cook. So let me get my ingredients started. I'm using avocado oil. They said avocado oil is the best oil to use. If I don't use that, I'm normally using olive oil. I don't really use vegetable oil to cook. I use it mostly to fry, in which I don't do much frying. So you pour the oil. Again, I eyeball. I said eyeball. Yeah, islanders don't do measurement. We don't do measurement. And then I go into the seasoning that I mixed. I made this. So I get like a, yeah. And then I come over here. I took some, I love thyme. I love cooking with thyme. And this is the Scotch bonnet pepper. This one has a fragrance. I cut it open just to get the smell, and it smells really good. It has that fragrance. There's a special fragrance that it has. It smells so good. But yeah, I'll have to turn this off. It was getting too hot, so I turned it off. And then you come over here and you get the beans. I'm gonna add the beans. And you let it cook a little bit, fry a little bit, or whatever you want to call it. Not burn, just a little brown. And then you come over here. And you add the beans to it. You add all the beans to it. And you come over here. I like some black pepper. And while it's simmering, I sprinkle again the eyeball. The eyeball. hottier. And I like accent. I put a little bit of accent. When you use accent, you can't use too much, just a little. And then you let it, and you just stir it a little bit. And let it simmer, just hold it up for a few minutes. Okay, and after it simmer for a few minutes, and this is my kicker, my coconut milk. I love the coconut milk. I refuse to cook this all rice without coconut milk. Again, eyeball. If you want to put the whole can, you can, but I normally do half since I'm not cooking a lot, so I just do half. And you let it simmer a little bit. And then cover it. Let it simmer. And of course, clove. I forgot the clove. I just added 3 cloves. I dropped it in there. You can't see it. 3 cloves. Okay, so now that it comes to boil, and you're gonna add the water from the beans. You're gonna add the water. That's the water that the beans was boiled in. And you're gonna let that boil, come to a boil. I didn't put out all of it because I'm not cooking a lot. And then you drop the pepper. Since it's just for me, I put the whole pepper in because I love spicy. And I'm gonna let it boil. Don't forget the salt. Again, eyeball. It looks like I'm putting a lot, but I don't. Normally I don't cook with too much salt. If I put seasoned salt, I don't put too much salt because I don't like my food to be salty. I like it to be just right. Okay, can you see it boiling now? Okay. So since it's boiling, you have to taste it. You have to taste. This is how we taste it. Make sure the seasoning is balanced. I feel like, what is missing? Okay. Let's sprinkle a little more padia. And now that it's boiled, you want to add the cornmeal. It's nicely washed. Want to get all the cornmeal in there. The thing is, you can't put too much because it's gonna, how you say that? It's going to expand, so you can't put too much. Okay, I think I got all of it, and then you stir it. You have to stir it or else it's gonna get lumpy. It's gonna turn into little balls. You have to make sure it's nice and smooth. If I feel like I need more, I still have time to add a little bit more, but I don't want too much. It's good. The flavor is just right. You have to make sure that it doesn't have any balls because it gets real lumpy. You have to be careful. That's why you have to keep stirring it so it doesn't get too lumpy. So it doesn't have any is there balls in there? It's like cooking porridge, if you ever cook porridge. See the cloves? The cloves. You can't put too much clove. Maybe like 2, 3. The most I do is 3. See the clove? And after it's cooked, I take them all out. I take out the thyme. I remove the cloves because you know how bitter it is to bite into a clove. These things is to give it flavor. They are to give it flavor. Once it's cooked, you remove them right away. And the pepper too. The pepper is just to give it flavor. If you leave the pepper in too long, it's going to make it too spicy where you can't eat it. Now, the thyme, the clove, the pepper is just to give it flavor. Once it's all cooked, you remove them right away. After you stir it after a little while, you just let it simmer. I put some butter, and you bring the fire down. You lower the fire at the stove, so so it doesn't get everywhere because it's gonna start to I said it's gonna start to cook. I said bubble up. See, it looks so good. You have to keep stirring it to make sure it's smooth. Make sure there's no bubble. All this is coming out once it's done. I like to keep tasting it. Yeah, tastes really good. That's the coconut milk. The coconut milk gives it so much good flavor. Okay. After a little while, you just have to let it simmer. And before I put the top back on to let it simmer, I like to put in a little bit of butter. Haitian, if you want it like real brown, our Haitian people, we like to use tomato paste. While it's simmering with the beans, they put a tablespoon of tomato paste to make it dark. Like me, I don't really care for it. I used to use tomato paste, but a coworker, one of my coworker, a nice lady that I used to work with, a friend of mine, she's from Trinidad. She had me substituting tomato paste with ketchup. So when I use it, ketchup, like in my poultry, in my meat, anything, meat, fish, I like ketchup because I feel like ketchup give it a nicer flavor than the tomato paste, and they give it a little sweetness. So I don't buy tomato paste anymore. I don't use tomato paste. I use ketchup instead. I know some people say like, well, yeah, what's that? But try it when you're cooking your meat. It gives the meat a nicer flavor, a little sweetness to it. You see, it I said it expands, so you can't put too much cornmeal because it expands. The reason why I keep stirring it because I don't want it to be too lumpy. The more you stir it, the smoother it is. There's no lumps. No lumps. So after a while, I'm just gonna put a little bit butter and let it simmer. And when it's all done, I'm gonna remove these. I'm gonna remove the thyme, the cloves, and the pepper. I'm gonna leave the pepper in there because it's just me and I love pepper. I won't eat it, but I just love how spicy. I love spice. I love spice. I don't care how spicy it is. See, like now, I like to start removing them because it gives the food the flavor that I want it to. But that pepper gonna stay in there because I love pepper. See, I start to remove the thyme because I just wanted it to give it that flavor. You can remove it at the end, but I just start removing before I put the top on because I do not want to bite on any clove or any thyme. They give food nice flavor, but you don't want to bite on them. I'm gonna turn the stove up a little bit so you see how it started to get thick. You don't have to stir it this much, it's just me. You see how it's getting thick? See? And I'm gonna add a little bit butter to it. I love this butter. They say it's good for people that have high cholesterol. My cholesterol was a little high. I went to the doctor a few years. They told me what was the bottom. And so I went to the store and I saw this and I bought it. And I've been using it since. Even though my cholesterol is okay. I love the flavor. So it's gonna get thicker and thicker and thicker. By tomorrow, it's gonna be hard. You're gonna have to break it up and turn like a cake. I don't like when it's hard. I like when it's soft and I eat it right away. Because after a little while, when it get hard, it's gonna get hard like a cake. Okay. See how thick it is now? No bumps, no nothing. Nice. And the flavor is really nice. That's how we taste our food. See? Nice. And spicy. So spicy. See? How thick. I'm not done, guys. This is shrimp. I made this yesterday. I cooked this yesterday. It has mushroom, spinach, and there's some crab in the bottom. And as you can see, my big old pepper. So I'm gonna zhuzh it up. Let's eat with my grits. Yes, I'm gonna zhuzh it up. So I got my pot here. Yep. So yeah. So I'm gonna use my avocado oil. You can see. I'm gonna put a little avocado oil in here. Eyeball it. Guys, we have to get away from all this processed food. I've been cooking because I'm tired of eating processed food, and the processed food is making us so fat. And we don't know what we're eating, but when you cook your own stuff, you know what you're putting in your meal, right? A little bit butter. A little bit butter. And stove back on. Okay. And we don't go nowhere without our fresh seasoning. So I'm gonna put just a little bit because it's already cooked. And mind you, this has thyme. We love thyme, honey. Thyme and rosemary. But this one I didn't put. This time I didn't put rosemary. And you can hear it, right? So fresh. Everything from scratch. So I put the onion in there, a little ketchup, and make sure you can read everything on the label. If you can't read it, don't buy it. See? Make sure everything you can read, because too much dyes and too much stuff on the food, and it's simply ketchup. Like I said, my co-worker taught me about the ketchup. Us islanders, Haitian, we like to use tomato paste, but I don't really care about the tomato paste too much. Since she told me about the ketchup, that's all I've been using on my meats, my seafood. I love using this on seafood, Old Bay. Everything, fresh ingredients, seasoning, everything fresh. People start cooking. If I'm telling people to cook, that's big because I hate to cook. But when you eat too much processed food, you start getting big, nauseated, parasite, and your stuff, you wash it. The stuff you buy, you don't know if they washed them, if their hands are clean. Buy your own stuff and you cook. And I take this and I just pour it over it. I'm gonna add some hot water to it. It's good. And just add a little bit of water. Just adding a little bit of water. And you let it simmer and you taste it. When you finish, you just taste it. And squeeze in some lime. A little bit of lime. Teach your kids how to cook. All islanders, teach your kids how to cook. When my son went away to school, before he went away, I used to tell him, hey, come stand here and watch me cook. Oh, he didn't have time for that. He started calling me, Mom, how you make brown rice? And guess what? He could cook better than me today. No matter where you raise your kids, how you raise your kids, when you from the island, your kids will never get away from those type of cooking. Okay? They will never get away from that type of cooking. He would call me, Mom, can you tell me how to boil the beans? Mom, how you make the rice? How you make this chicken? Yeah, so teach your kids how to cook. My daughter, she had already known when we sent her to school. We sent her to school with a box of pots and pans. And the kids in her dorm used to come to her for food because all of them basically went with Roman noodles. We didn't send her with Roman noodles. We sent her with a box of pans. This is my moulin en pois. And I zhuzh up the crab and the shrimp because I wanted more sauce. You see the sauce. 1, 2, 3. Now I got home cooked meal. Away from home, but home cooked meal. This is why I hate to cook, because I'm so messy. Look at this. This is why I hate to cook. Thanks for watching.